Hi, and welcome to a brand new episode of Black in Business on Unity 97.9 FM. I am your fabulous host, Positively Suzanne, also known as Suzanne, and I'm always so excited to be in the studio to be with you another time. As you know, if you are tuning in for the first time or you've watched it before, Black in Business is a show brought to you from Ernie and Pride Productions. It's an opportunity for me to talk to Black leaders, influencers, business owners, entrepreneurs, and a host of fabulous individuals, and them share what they're doing in the business world, share insights and inspiration, hoping that you'll be inspired to go out there and chase your dreams or share the resources that you're currently utilizing. So I have this opportunity, and I appreciate you guys watching it on Facebook, watching it online. And yes, thank you for those that listen to it on the radio. I still sometimes, every time someone says, I hear you on the radio, I was like, oh, yes, that is a thing. We are on the radio. So make sure that however you hear, however you listen, however you watch, that you're checking it out, that you're sharing, that you're also connecting with Unity 97.9 FM and letting them know that if you have a story that you'd certainly like to share, we would absolutely love to share your story. But as I mentioned, I get an opportunity to sit down in the studio and chat with some phenomenal individual. And I have the chance today to welcome Kwame. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Suzanne.
All right, welcome. So you are a man of many hats, and we have quite a bit to talk about today. So, but first, I just always want to talk about a little bit about you and what you do in Worcester, and then we're going to talk about. We have a flyer. We're going to talk about that. But Kwame, welcome to the show, and let's just talk a little bit about you.
Oh, thank you. So my name is Kwame. My last name is Appiah. Lived in Worcester since 1996. I'm originally from Ghana, but Worcester is my hometown now.
Yeah.
I've spent more time in Worcester than where I was born. And then my mom and I used to always make a joke that wherever your mom is buried, that becomes your hometown. So now my mom lives in Hope Cemetery.
Oh,
so
okay.
So I got to stick around so I can check up on
that's
her.
Where. Okay, so all right. Well, my dad is across the street. So I guess this is my home, right?
Yes.
So before the show, we were talking about just the similarities between Ghanaians and Jamaicans, and I'm Jamaican, and my dad is from Jamaica. He passed, and he's also buried here. So it's funny how our relationships with our parents shape us, right? And make us who we are.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've actually lived in Worcester longer than I lived in Jamaica.
Yes.
That is wow. That's interesting to think about.
And for me, being from Ghana too, I love Worcester for the fact that there's a huge Ghanaian population.
Yes.
So I'm almost feeling daily like I'm back home.
Yes. Okay. You're feeling like, okay. All right. So I have to ask you this because it's a thing. The other day at QCC, they had the jollof.
Yes.
So, all right. Not once and for all. And nobody come for me. I'm just asking the question: who makes the best jollof rice?
See, I'm West African, so I think I'll pass on this question. I don't want my Nigerian cousins and my distant siblings to get upset at me. But I guess it's all in the ingredient and what type of rice that you use. So even in my home that I grew up in, I'm a very picky person with food.
Yeah.
So as far back as I can remember, I started cooking maybe when I was 8.
Oh wow.
I just never liked my mom's jollof because my mom makes it in the oven. And I need mine to get burned a little bit on the charcoal stove, So for me, it's always been, I can't really comment on that.
Okay, smart man. Smart man, Mom. Yes. We apologize. May she rest in peace.
Right.
But no, I get it. I think it's every time we go somewhere and there's a collection of multiple individuals from Africa, from the different places. There's always the debate who makes the best jollof rice. Yes. And recently at QCC, they had a jollof cook-off, And
Yes.
of course, somebody has to win, and somebody,
Yes.
I'm not saying who. We're going to leave it at that. But I personally, the spicier, the better. Like
Yes.
the spicier the jollof
Yes.
rice for me, the
Yes.
better. And I actually prefer mine with chicken or no meat.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but hey, play
Uh,
and make it to your specification, right?
oh yes.
However you like it,
Yes.
that's how you should cook it.
Yes. And then it's also what kind of love they put into it.
Ah,
You know,
okay.
some people like to cook for hours on end,
Yes.
so it could kind of get all the spices to come
Yes.
out.
Okay.
And some people like quick meals
Like,
where
yeah.
we live in a fast society
We
where
do.
we don't have a lot. So even me, whenever I see the packages of ready-made jollof,
Oh.
I get almost shocked. Like, ooh,
There is ready-made jollof. I
There-
did not know that.
there
Okay.
is, you know.
Okay.
And there's
Okay.
different entrepreneurs that are coming up with
Mm,
different packages where they can make
mm.
the stews for you
Okay.
to just pick up, and you don't
Okay.
have to really worry about making the stew. So you could just add the rice, you know.
Oh, interesting. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if I'll try that part, but that's good to know. Listen, I think it's a difference, and you're right. Sometimes I think it's a generational thing
Yes.
because my daughter just bought a rice cooker,
Mhm.
and I was like, no. And she's like, Mom, it makes it easier. And I'm like, rice is the easiest thing to cook.
Yes.
Like, just cook it on the stove. And she was like,
Yes.
Mom, it makes it easier. And I don't think so, but there's a lot of people who swear by their rice cooker. And I'm like,
Yes.
nah, I just can't go there.
Yes.
So it's a preference, it's a generational thing,
Oh,
to
yes.
each their own. But no, I'm
Yes.
cooking my rice on the stove.
Yes.
So
And whenever people get a chance, you know, Worcester has some awesome African restaurants.
yes,
I always
they do.
I personally like to make my own home cooked food.
yes.
But for people that like to try new stuff,
Mm,
I tell them, you know, just go
Yeah.
in.
mhm.
The earlier during the day, the better.
Yes.
You know, so you can get it fresh.
The better
you
the
know,
better part of
so
the food. Yes,
they
absolutely.
can definitely try out different ones and make a good judgment on which
Absolutely.
one is the best.
Absolutely. There's a vast variety of African restaurants in Worcester. So absolutely have a ball.
Yes.
Have a ball. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. So you are from Ghana and you grew up in Worcester. You know, I think we both realize that we've been here longer, but we're still Jamaican and Ghanaian and
Yes.
Worcesterian,
Yes.
right? We're all of that. But growing up in Worcester and, what it is that you do now, what was it like for you coming from Africa to Worcester?
For me, it was exciting.
Mm,
As far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to be in America.
yeah.
I've always felt American. The city I was born in is called Kumasi.
Mm-hmm.
Our nickname is Kumerica.
Oh, okay.
We feel American.
Okay.
We feel like this is the space where you could actually become who you were born to be.
Mm,
And we are very attracted to the African American culture.
mm-hmm.
So for me, coming to Worcester was very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, I met so many people when I came in
Yeah.
that were from the same background as me. So I didn't really feel left out.
Good.
But I think what kept me in the city was just my mom.
Mm,
This is where she first settled.
mm,
This is where she was able to make a living.
mm.
So her advice was, this is home. Let's make it a home.
Absolutely.
And I think from then on was meeting my wife, having kids here.
Mm.
It's just somewhere that I love, and I don't see myself anywhere else.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, I like Worcester. It took a while for me to say I love Worcester. I'm not going to lie, because coming here as a teenager, I thought it was very boring.
Yes.
And I know you said that there's a large Ghanaian community. I mean, there are Jamaicans here, but I don't think it's as large as, certain places. Like I've gone to like Boston to events and things like that. And there's like a huge Jamaican population. So there's been times I was like, oh my God, this is so boring. I mean, and and then as I got a little older and then I started to go out, it was like excited, but then I grew up and then I was like, no longer go out.
Yes.
So now I was like, oh, it's just good. And Worcester has
Yes.
changed over the years. So
Yes.
now I'm good. I'm like, oh, this is a great place to raise kids. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh,
Now
yes.
I've gone from like the kid to like making sure like it's a good neighborhood, that it's a
Yes.
good school, that it's
Yes.
accessible to college and all of that.
Yes.
Like, when did we become adults?
Right. And even you being on the board for QCC right after high school, that's where I went. I graduated high school at 17. And
Okay.
I had dreams of going to Florida State,
Yeah.
just leaving the city, and my mom was like, no, you're too young.
Okay.
And looking back, I think it's the best decision I ever made, because going to QCC allowed me to not go into debt.
Okay.
It also allowed me to grow up a little bit
Good.
before I was able to go to a bigger school. So for
Okay.
me, Worcester is always at my heart. You know?
Okay. So I'm coming after you right now because I did not know you were a QCC alum.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
So I need to now that I know, I know your personal email, so I will be like haunting you. But no, I mean QCC for me has been a great space, and I was on the board, the foundation board when I was the alumni president, and then I actually took a role at QCC. So I had to step off the board, and now I'm in the alumni department. Well, I am the alumni department. It's a department of one, but
congratulations.
Thank you. But I'm part of the advancement team and just great collaboration partner. I work with Sean Harris, Michelle, Deb, and some great individuals. So I really am happy. But we've been doing so many great things at QCC, but it's really lovely to hear that. And you and I have to chat because we have to feature your story.
Yes, I love it. Back then, I wasn't in love with the school, but then as I got older and realized all the quality education I received, and the fact that I didn't have to break an arm and a leg.
Yes.
Afterwards, just to pay back school loans.
No, absolutely. Listen, adult is a thing. It's like, again, because you didn't appreciate it at that age, right? I mean, as a teenager, I thought it was absolutely the most boring place on earth right here. And then as I got older, I learned to appreciate, I like the quiet. I love that there's that many colleges. I like that, there's hospitals and things like that. But as a teenager, that mattered not to me. There was no parties. Everything shut down at a certain time. So the things that we valued at that age that we thought were important wasn't. But no, QCC is a great opportunity for and as you said, come out debt free. And now it's free tuition. So it's even better. And we get to send our kids there, like full circle moment. So that's incredible. Well, thank you for sharing that. That part I didn't know, but now that I know, I'm gonna make sure that that you are on our list. Poor Oscar. Shout out to Oscar, our producer over there. He hears me like every time we're having a conversation, there's this connection to QCC. And I say it all the time. I feel like I meet a QCC alum everywhere I go. I just met one in my living room on Saturday.
That's nice.
Was it? My brother is an electrician, so he comes over to fix something at my house, and he brought one of his employees with him. And he was like, I was in my room because they're in the living room fixing. And my husband comes and is like, hey, come on and meet. There's a QCC alum. And I was like, wow, dude, it's wash day. So that's literally, like, I will say, the closest I've ever come meeting the QCC alum in my living room. So, but great. That's really exciting. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. We're going to take a break, and then we come back. We're going to talk a little bit about what it is you do. And then we're going to talk to the big lead up, which is this lovely flyer that I'm holding. All right. So if you're tuned in, you're watching Black in Business on Unity 97.9 FM. I'm here in the studio with Kwame, and I'm your fabulous host, Positively Suzanne.
Man, there's something wrong with my line. What's up, Worcester? I'm Angelo Gray, and you're listening to Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's community connection. When I dial my baby's number, I get a click every time.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Q, host of the Woo 508, and I'm here with
your girl Liza, Miss Consistency.
And it's your girl Chantel in the building.
Yes, y'all. Go ahead and follow us everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, the Woo 508. That's THEWOO 508. Woo!
Roll me a phone. Step into the room. Now you're in the zone.
Recreation Worcester is a free year-round program for youth run by the City of Worcester. The program enriches this city's youth in athletics, arts, academics, and social-emotional learning activities. Food is provided for free of charge for all youth participating in the program. Learn more at the Worcester Recreation website, www.worcesterma.gov/recreation-worcester. That's www.worcesterma.gov/recreation-worcester.
let's focus on the facts. About 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer during their lifetime. But education and support are just one click away. On Friday, June 5th, the Massachusetts Prostate Cancer Coalition, MPCC, will hold its annual symposium, virtual and free, from 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Join us. You will receive the latest information, treatment options, and research. All are welcome. Men, caregivers, and medical professionals. The focus is on men's health and ways to live beyond diagnosis. To register, visit masspcc.org/events.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Graham Anderson, also known as Positively Suzanne, host of Black in Business, Thursdays at 5 p.m. on Unity Radio 97.9. Black in Business is a series of conversations with influential members of the Black business community. These entrepreneurs knows what it means to risk everything to create successful businesses and spark positive changes in the community. So join us. Again, I'm Suzanne Graham Anderson, also known as Positively Suzanne, right here on Black in Business, Thursdays at 5 p.m. on Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection.
This is Unity Radio 97.9 Worcester.
Black in Business on Unity 97.9 FM. I am your fabulous host, Positively Suzanne, also known as Suzanne Graham Anderson. And if you tuned in before, I am chatting with Kwame, and we were having a good chat while the cameras were off and just really talking about, the things that we knew as youths and when we thought we knew everything compared to now we're older, we're parents, and the things that we thought were like life altering and changing were just simple things. And the things that we value now, like, when we were teenagers, we thought they were boring and our parents were making us do it. But now with the wisdom of age, we have gotten to the level where we're like, oh yeah, no, our parents knew what they were doing. Took us a while to get there, but we got there nonetheless. Well, thank you so much. But I know you are very big in soccer, and we're going to talk about that. But when you were younger, though, what did you want to do? Did you know that soccer was going to be a part of who you are, or
Not necessarily. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a business owner.
Okay.
I come from a home where my mom was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother was a seamstress. My great grandmother was a market lady, sold whatever she could get her hands on.
Mm-hmm.
My great uncle was a lawyer. So in between, somehow, I just felt like I didn't want to work for no one. And I wanted to grow up and kind of maybe own something. And I'm also from a city where there's a lot of small businesses. So soccer wasn't really part of my life. I wasn't good at the game. I physically couldn't keep up with the other kids. And where I'm from, soccer is almost like a religion. So you either have to be great at it to be featured every time the kids were playing, or you just had to know a lot of history about it. So I went to the latter part where I tried to learn a lot about the game. And I used to secretly practice, because also where I'm from, people are very vocal. It doesn't matter how old you are, they will just criticize you. You could be 5 and your uncle will tell you, hey, that's not how you do it.
Sounds like Jamaica, but it's different, because it's in America, like everybody gets a trophy.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
so, and they do the gentle parenting.
Yes.
They do not do that in Jamaica.
Yes,
They
the
will
same
point
as
like,
Ghana.
like, no man, he sucks. He can't play. Take him out. Take him.
Yes. So I got a lot of that growing up. And I remember my mom trying to appease me.
Okay.
And would always tell me, why don't you make your own team? And it's better to play by yourself. So I think for years she cultivated the idea that you have to do certain things by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And fast forward when I had my son 2006,
Mm-hmm.
my dream was for him to become like the greatest soccer player to ever exist.
Okay.
And we tried with the practicing,
Mm-hmm.
learning. Then I found out he's flat-footed. So being flat-footed, a lot of times you have a lot of pain in your foot.
Yeah.
So I had to take a step
You had to
back
take that away
and,
too. Okay.
and just like maybe teach him how to love it.
Okay.
And then I remember back in maybe 2010,
Yeah.
when he was of age to maybe join other leagues,
Mm.
it was harder to find spaces that would accept him for who he was. So I decided to start my own league. And the connection you and I have is your mom, Miss Doreen.
Yes.
I met Miss Doreen like 2007.
Wow.
2007, I got a job at the Family Health Center.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very community involved.
Very.
So when my son was a baby, I'll go to meetings with my son and she will help me hold the baby. And as the years went on, she just started saying, you like this soccer thing. Why don't you do something with it? Because I'll go to different outreach events and bring the soccer ball. And the kids would just always gravitate towards the wig table because there was always the soccer ball.
Wow.
So she's one of the inspirations,
Wow.
And then my own mom, my mother-in-law, and other individuals that I had met had always encouraged the idea of building a soccer league that could cater to every child. And around 2022, in the midst of COVID, I decided to make my league official.
Wow.
I called it Kumasi Soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Kumasi is a city in West Africa. It's known as the City of Gold.
Mm-hmm.
It's also called the Garden City.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when Europeans first encountered it, it looked like the Garden of Eden. And then it was also the space that they thought they could find gold, almost kind of like the El Dorado.
Mm-hmm.
So in Kumasi, no one is really from there, but everybody's really from there.
Okay.
If you get what I'm kind of saying. So
yes,
it's a city where you have to kind of put up your best foot forward. And that's what I try to teach the kids in my league, that no matter how you play this time around, if you keep working hard, you may be able to succeed, or you may be able to get the fun out of the game. So I guess that's where we are now with the Kumasi Soccer, where everyone is welcome. I also make a great effort that everybody gets a trophy, because as I got older, I realized that soccer is a business. And when you see players crying and throwing a fit, they're not passionate. It's just they're going to lose their job if they don't perform. And with little kids, it's better to kind of have them take a step back and look at the game as something more fun. And eventually, if they really want to go into the professional level, then they can individually work on yourself.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. I mean, I know you knew my mom, and I met you through my mom, but I didn't know that part and that connection. But I'm so glad, like, you're my mom, your mom,
yes,
grandma, and all these folks, like, to encourage you to start this, soccer league. And I'm training myself because I'm from Jamaica and I want to say football.
Yes. No, you can say football. You can say football,
football, but I know it's soccer. It took me a long time to call it soccer.
Yes.
Because when I came from Jamaica, like, football was big. I mean, I'm used to men playing football on Sunday evenings, right? Like, and it was serious thing. They're serious about it, right? But in America, it was like soccer, and I'm like, why? And then they have football, which they use their hands, and it's a whole different situation. But we're talking about your soccer league, and I'm so glad that you were able to start the soccer league, and you say that everyone's welcome. So, but if everyone, what is the age group?
So we start off at age 5, and it goes all the way till 16. Currently, we do dual ages play together. So like age 5 and 6 plays together, 7 and 8 plays together. And then above 9, we separate boys and girls because they physically develop at different stages. And we also have a free league through my nonprofit. It's called Unity Street Soccer. So the free league is girls age 9 to 16. They get to play for free. Boys who are 13 and 16 also get to play for free. And reason being, I always had cousins growing up in Ghana. I come from a big family on my dad's side. And I remember my younger cousins who were female were always discouraged from playing. Their dads erroneously thought they were going to be too masculine, or just thought that it's not something women should do.
Yeah.
So I've always made a great effort to offer something where girls could get, free playing time. And it also diffuses conflict, especially I have a daughter, and she will tell you, my dad, he's always telling me what to do. Men and our daughters, we have a great relationship, but it could become toxic if we don't really chill out with the way we criticize. So with my league, we allow spaces where teens and girls could really have a space where no one is bothering them and they can enjoy the game.
Oh, I appreciate that. That was one of my questions, was if girls were allowed, and I'm glad that you shared that. Girls are allowed because girls like soccer.
They do.
So, and it's great that they have that opportunity to, play and have the freedom to be themselves and to and there's so many erroneous thinking about what men think about women, right? Like if you play a sport, you're gonna get masculine, you're gonna get this, and you're gonna get that. It's like either you're good or you're not. Like that doesn't change who you are.
Yes.
But I'm glad that league offers that, and through your nonprofit, you're able to offer it freely. So, what are some of the activities like? So, once they're they join it, like, do you have weekly practice? Do they have tournaments? Because I know you have a big thing during the summer.
Yes. So, my league is an internal league.
Mm-hmm.
We specifically cater to working parents,
Mm-hmm.
so we don't travel.
Okay.
We play at the Quinsigamond State Park.
Mm-hmm.
So Massachusetts, DC out there nice enough to rent us the space. We've been there since 2022.
Okay.
And we do weekly practices. So 1 hour for practice, 1 hour for games.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids really enjoy it because we also do something called silent soccer, where parents are not allowed to shout out instructions from the sidelines.
Really?
And sometimes your teammates can't even talk to you.
Okay.
So I'm big on freedom of speech. I think whatever comes to mind, sometimes you should say it.
Okay.
But on the field, to decrease conflict, we just don't allow the kids to speak to each other. And some of them, I would say 90% of them enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
The 10% who are like me, because when I'm not playing, I don't want to be controlled. I want to be able to say what I feel.
Okay.
They're working on that.
Working on that. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. We're going to take another quick break. And when we come back, we're going to dig a little bit into that. And, I know that you have like a thing during the summer months. I think it's in August that you have a competition or a game or something like that. We're going to talk about that when we get back. If you're tuned in, you're watching Black in Business on Unity 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection.
Unity Radio. Worcester, we got you.
Support for Unity Radio 97.9 FM is provided by United Way of Central Mass, aiming to improve the community and break the cycle of poverty, and the Woosocks Foundation, seeking to make dreams come true for families in areas of education, social justice, recreation, and conquering cancer. Unity Radio, Worcester's Community Connection.
Unity Radio, WUTY 97.9 FM, and streaming at WUTY979FM.org. We would like to thank our listeners and supporters.
Ed Proco's Mill Street Motors, locally owned, family operated. Jeff Burke Realtor, Remax Vision. And Kumasi Masonry Supply, celebrating over 70 years of supplying Worcester County.
Unity Radio, Worcester's Community Connection. Hi, I'm Ernie Floyd, host of the Unity in the Community Show on Unity Radio 97.9. Join me and my guest as we discuss topics on embracing our diverse cultural communities, the music, the arts, and healthy lifestyles. I'm Ernie Floyd, host of the Unity in the Community Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. on Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection.
Hi, I'm Storm, and I'm a part of the Bruce Wells Scholars Underground program. The Upward Bound program is a program that helps many promising low-income, first-generation, college-bound Worcester High School students. After joining this program, I've learned many different and important life skills while making new connections and getting real-world experiences through internships and classes. If you're interested in any of these opportunities, you can find more information at www.sevenhills.org or 617-866-1293. That's www.sevenhills.org or 617-866-1293. A brighter future begins with you.
You're listening to Unity 97.9 FM, WUTY. Let's talk, Worcester.
Welcome back to Black in Business on Unity 97.9 FM. I am your fabulous host, Positively Suzanne, and I'm in the studio today with Kwame, and joining us right now, we have Kweku, and we are going to introduce him in a minute and talk about why he's here. But I wanted to give Kwame an opportunity to wrap up. We were talking about soccer, and the league, it's open to both boys and girls, and, silent where the parents can't yell instructions. I think that's the best thing I've heard all day. And just so I wanted to give you an opportunity to wrap that up. And then we're going to talk about how you happened to meet this gentleman and introduce him and, talk about what the collaboration is about. So I'll give you the opportunity to finish up talking about your soccer.
Yes, thank you. So as I had mentioned earlier, the goal of my soccer program between Unity Street Soccer and Kumasi Soccer is just to introduce the fun part of the game to children, and then also allow children who play at a very high level to play with children who are still learning, because sometimes that connection can create compassion. A lot of professional leagues also want people who are emotionally intelligent, and I feel like every child is emotionally intelligent. You just have to kind of bring it out of them. And then with my league also, we are stationed in the same location. So parents don't have to worry about traveling every week to a different space. And we also try our best to incorporate children of different ethnicities, because that sometimes it represents the city as a whole. And Kweku and I, both from Ghana, and we have something exciting cooking for June. Specifically June 13th. And I will pass it on to Kweku to kind of talk about what we are planning.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing about Kumasi Soccer and great things. Well, Kweku, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right. And so let's tell me a little bit about you.
What do you want to know?
Wow. I mean, are you an artist? Are you a soccer? How did you get connected to Kwame?
Yeah. So just for context, I'm an entrepreneur. I do have a business. We do staffing for human services organizations. So provide staffing for that. But I've also been in the creative space for almost, I would say, 17 years. I'm just an ordinary kid that just loves the creative world. I'm a storyteller. I'm an avid sort of student of African history. So a lot of my passion, a lot of the things that I do is usually inspired by African history and diaspora history. And that's really where my creativity stems from, the ability to translate historical information to, let's say, fashion, to design, and tell those stories from that perspective. And we've been doing that, myself and my other partner, Nana Poku. We've been doing that through a platform called 54 Kingdoms. The number 54 represent the number of countries on the continent when we established that movement. And kingdoms basically is the entire Pan-African community. So our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, in parts of the Americas who have their roots traced back to the continent, but are not necessarily living on the continent. And those histories are part of African histories as well, right? And I played football all my life. If you're a kid from Ghana,
see how they left me out. They left the soccer guy out.
yeah. So
Yes.
yeah. So I've played football all my life. I still play. I'm very competitive and in that nature. And so when my kids were growing up, we had moved to Worcester maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. And my kids, maybe a blessing from the fact that their father is into the sport, started picking up soccer very early. And so when we got to Worcester, I wanted to, because they were already playing when we were in Marlborough, they were playing and learning how to play. So when we got to Worcester, I was looking for a place where I can get them into it as soon as possible. And then a friend recommended Kwame's league. And so I enrolled them and I told Kwame, hey, I also play and I will be more than happy to help out as a coach if you want me to.
Wonderful.
And he gave me the opportunity and we've been brothers ever since. And I love what he's done, the community he's been able to build and all, like, it's a family over there. We've met some of our closest friends just from being part of his program. And it's been amazing seeing my boys grow up and make friends and, have a solid foundation in terms of knowing the sport, understanding the sport, but also just being a good human. Yeah.
Important. Very, very important. We are solely in needs of good human in this world. And it's our responsibility to teach our kids, right? So thank you for sharing the story of how you guys met. And with the football/soccer.
He came here saying soccer, huh? He came here saying soccer.
He said soccer.
We're taking his Ghanaian passport.
I love him. Me being from Jamaica, it's hard for me to say soccer because it's football. And my father played football.
Oh, nice.
Always football. So but no, I mean, you're in America, it is soccer.
It is soccer.
But so you guys got together, and I'm so glad that it's so funny. You're both from Ghana and met each other here, and was able to establish, that relationship, and certainly having some similar values and all that. But then you guys have something cooking.
Yes.
So what do we have cooking, and how did it come about? So I'm going to hold this up. All right. So it's Join the Experience, Goals Beyond the Game. So it's Street Soccer Festival plus art exhibition. I don't think I've ever seen a street soccer festival and art exhibit at one. So I was intrigued, by just the colors and just all the things and the idea, like goes beyond the game. So what is it and how did this come about?
So this concept is inspired by a documentary project that I'm working on with my other partner, Nana Poku, called More Than a Goal. And More Than a Goal is basically a story about Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and how he was using football as a revolutionary tool to push his agenda of African unity forward. Nkrumah is known as the father of African nationalism. He's known for his bold ideas for African unity. And he did that through multiple channels, politically and all of that. But he was also doing it through football, a space that most people didn't pay attention to. And he actually helped in building African football to a certain degree. There's a theme in the documentary that goes back to 1966, where he led a boycott against FIFA. Africa became the first country to lead a boycott against FIFA in 1966, all because there wasn't a lot of equality when it came to the qualification process for countries in Africa. We had to go through major hurdles in order to qualify. And Nkrumah thought that was unfair. And so in 1966, he sacrificed Ghana's chances of qualifying to the World Cup and put Ghana as sort of, the stepping stone for a larger vision. And Ghana no African country played the qualifications. And so in 1970, Africa got its own slot, but that was due to the radical movement in 1966. So I went to Kwame and, first he got to know about the documentary, very excited about it, been one of our biggest supporters on it. And I went to him and I was like, well, with the World Cup coming, I have this idea of kind of having some sort of a theme around the 1966 boycott, but mostly working with artists to kind of be inspired by that story to paint something to whatever comes to them, And Kwame even suggested, well, why don't we add a street soccer festival? And I was like, wow, that's powerful. So from the streets to the gallery kind of thing, all right? And we came up collaboratively. We had a proposal together, and Mass Cultural Council was the first to believe in the project. And here we are with everything coming to fruition.
Yeah, I saw there's a few different organizations under it, so a couple different sponsors. So that is wonderful. I it's exciting. So it's on June 13th.
Yes.
All right. And what time does it start? Let's hear all of that.
So it starts at 2 p.m.
So what's first?
The Street Soccer Festival is first. We are gonna be closing now Franklin Street from the corner of Franklin and Main to the intersection of Franklin and Portland. And the main art gallery exhibition is going to be at the JMAC, but between 2 and 5 there's going to be different soccer activities. The Village, Shaija, Miss Parley, they're going to be out there with their drum circle. There's going to be different food vendors. There's going to be different vendors selling different artifacts, maybe also showcasing their businesses. And it's a day for children to come out and really experience the game from the ground level. I think when you say streets, most Americans get a little bit pushed back because they attach negativity to it. But we are from West Africa, a space where everything happens in the street.
100%.
Culture begins in the street. So it'll be an opportunity. And then we also have children in the league who are going to be having matches. Talking about super competitive matches.
Oh, wow.
And
trophies
are on the line. We got the World Cup replica trophy.
Okay.
The idea is we need these children to recognize that Africa is the youngest continent. Africa is also in the movement. And for the first time, we have 10 African countries represented in the World Cup. So moving on from what Kwaku described 1966 to now, Africa is really super represented.
Yeah.
And, even my Haitian community, who I personally considered Africans, are also in the World Cup. So June 13th is their first game. So if you also want to support Haiti, come out. We're going to have soccer nets in the street. You're going to have volleyball as well, because soccer goes hand in hand with volleyball. And it's just a day for people to come out, support their local artists as well.
All right. And is it free to attend?
It's free. It's all free. We are going to have finger foods. The JMAC is going to be a cooling center.
Okay.
Because I know in June it gets super hot in Worcester. So JMAC has AC. They have beverages for children and adults as well. So it's just a good day for people to come out. And even if you cannot make it for the whole event, at least come and say hello, come and get a picture. Because the idea is to represent this beyond this year. This is Africa's time to shine, and Pan-African is to really engage with each other and see how we can move forward.
Absolutely. And will there be artwork displayed in the JMAC?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the like Kwame mentioned, the Street Soccer Festival from 2 to 5:30. At 6 p.m., we move from the streets to the gallery. The artists, we have 7 artists who will be presenting their work. We have a whole program scheduled for that, and they will be unveiling their work that specific day.
Wow.
So you get 2 weeks at the JMAC to showcase your work, but all those pieces will not be unveiled until the 13th. So the 13th is a perfect day for you to come and just be there while all these great, amazing artists reveal their work to the world. So I think it's very, very exciting.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, thank you both for sharing that. We are coming up on the last break after the show. And then we come back, we're going to wrap up and really build some excitement about what's happening on June 13th and talk a little bit about the World Cup. Because, hey, we got to talk about it, right? It's happening. But if you're tuned in, you're watching Black in Business on Unity 97.9 FM. I have Kwame and Kwaku, and we're talking about goals beyond the game, which is upcoming on June 13th. See you soon.
Unity Radio. Worcester, we got you.
Hey, what's up, Worcester? It is Jacqueline Carr, and I'm inviting you to be inspired with me each weekday morning starting at 5 a.m. with the Jacqueline Carr Show on Unity Radio. I'll get you going with the motivating words, special guests, and the absolute best inspirational music, and a few other surprises. But you got to tune in to Unity Radio every day at 5 a.m. to get your praise on. It's the Jacqueline Carr Show from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. right here on Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection, and also streaming on WUTY.org.
Activa la radio y Unity Radio 97.9 FM te invitan a escuchar el bloque latino todos los sábados de 7 de la mañana hasta la 1 de la tarde por los 97.9 FM en la ciudad de Worcester.
Let's focus on the facts. About 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer during their lifetime. But education and support are just one click away. On Friday, June 5th, the Massachusetts Prostate Cancer Coalition, MPCC, will hold its annual symposium, virtual and free, from 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Join us. You will receive the latest information, treatment options, and research. All are welcome. Men, caregivers, and medical professionals. The focus is on men's health and ways to live beyond diagnosis. To register, visit masspcc.org/events.
Tune in to Affirmations with Alex, and together we will affirm our way to a healthier mindset by listening to empowering messages. Hi, I'm Alex from Affirmations with Alex. Join me every Monday through Thursday at 10 p.m. on Unity Radio 97.9 FM. Worcester's Community Connection.
Hello, my name is Alvin Familia, president of the Manny 267 Foundation, and you are listening to Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester Community Connection.
Welcome back to Black in Business on Unity 97.9 FM. I am your fabulous host, Positively Suzanne, and I'm in the studio today, and I'm chatting with Kwame and Kweko, and we are talking about Goals Beyond the Game. It is the extravagant event that they have upcoming on June 13th. It starts from 2 to 5, so there will be street soccer. There'll be all levels of competition, and there's nothing we love more than cheering for our kids. So come out and cheer for the kids. And then after that, I know the JMAC will be open at the time, and the JMAC will be a cooling center, and we'll have beverages, obviously, because we're gonna be hot. And then at 6 o'clock, we move to the inside of the JMAC, and you were talking about, the artiste that's going to unveil. But before we do that, I do want to come back to something that you said during the break, that I'll have the opportunity to kick a ball.
Yes. Definitely.
Let's get real.
Definitely. This is the year of all moms too when it comes to soccer, because you have to. You can't miss it. Ask your mom. There's moments I've had her do it. You know.
My God. So don't wear the heels. That's what you're saying. Don't wear heels.
Even if you have it, I mean, it would just be a kick. We need you to kick, Miss Suzanne.
Oh my God. So if for anything else, please show up and watch me kick a soccer ball. Okay. So come on out. I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be playing in the game, but I'm going to be kicking a ball. All right. So come on down. And then at 6 p.m. we move. And you said that you have 7 artists that's going to be revealing their work that they created for this event for the first time.
Yes.
All right.
Some, yeah.
Some.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And how did we select the artists?
So we had a call for artists out.
Okay.
I'll say about almost 6 months ago. We've been on this for a while.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's a lot of great talents here in Worcester, and Worcester County, for me to say. And a few of them stepped up to the plate. They heard about what we're trying to do, and they want to be a part of it. Our youngest artist is 14 years old.
Wow.
She's in middle school.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have 3 female artists.
Awesome.
4 male artists. And like I said, our youngest is 14. We wanted them to be able to be inspired by the theme, but also open it up in a way that if they also wanted to just paint anything or do anything creatively for themselves or whatever they felt like, they are open to do that. So majority of them are within the theme. Some might not necessarily be within the theme, but art is art, and everybody's story is different.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's your interpretation,
Exactly,
right? Art is
exactly.
subjective.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that it has different age,
Yeah.
different gender,
Mhm.
and all that. And what, honestly, we're looking forward to it. And will the artists have pieces of their work available for sale? Will these pieces be for sale?
Yeah, so these pieces will be for sale. And so we encourage collectors to be in the building as well,
Own it.
support the local artists. There's been a lot of work that have gone into it. These guys have been amazing to work with, a lot of dedication, a lot of passion. I mean, you see some of the work. I mean, we get the privilege to see some
I
things.
love
So
it.
it's been an amazing journey as a collective, and I'm really proud of us being able to come together and just all of us buy into this concept, and these guys are working nonstop. So yeah, you'll be able to purchase these pieces will be for sale. Also, the artists themselves might have other pieces or previous pieces that they will sell as well, and even smaller pieces of the bigger pieces, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
to make it easier for families to maybe make some purchases as well. Kumasi Soca will be well represented in the art. I'm just giving you guys. Just telling you.
You don't want to miss it.
Yeah,
All right,
amazing.
well represented. All right. So again, goes beyond the game. It's happening on June 13, right on Franklin Street. They'll have street soccer. So many amazing, wonderful things, different representations of different vendors and food throughout Worcester. The JMAC will be open as a cooling station with beverages inside. And then at 6 p.m., we move in to see some amazing art represented by so many people in the African diaspora. And we truly are looking forward to it. So check them out on Facebook. I don't know if there's could zoom in, but join the experience. An absolute going to be street soccer festival and art exhibition. So, I mean, we don't have a lot of time, but I do want to wrap up and talk about the World Cup because, I mean, I heard a little bit of story that there's something called the World Cup happening. But I want to give you guys an opportunity to just give your final thoughts on the event, and then we'll just wrap up talking about the World Cup. So, Kwame, I'll give you your opportunity to share your final thoughts on the event, and Kwaku, Kweku, the final thoughts, and then we'll talk about the World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So the idea that the World Cup is here June, it also celebrates a major milestone in African history when it comes to the Americas. Juneteenth is right
The
after
19th,
our event.
yes.
We also have female, specifically African females of African descent, mostly represented. The MC for the show is a female. The DJ for the show is his female. And then we have 3 artists that are females. So technically there's 4 males and there is 5 females.
Okay, girl dad.
So well, I have a daughter, so I had to plug that in. And what we are hoping for is everybody of African descent that lives in Worcester County could at least show up to support them, because these artists are from our community. They are going to be in our community. And you don't want to wait until they get so big where they are inaccessible. So this is your time to come in, speak to them. The artists are also going to be able to take commission work. So if you have something in mind that you would love an artist to do, it will be a moment to meet their artists and maybe commission them to do something for you.
All right, wonderful. That's amazing commission work. Thank you so much. And if you're Black, you are of African descent, FYI. But that's my thought. But that's a whole nother show for a whole nother day of where we ended up historically. But and as somebody who's studying history, I am sure you're ready. But we don't have time. But
not
another
today.
show we'll talk about it. We have to talk about it,
absolutely,
right?
yes.
It's our ancestry. We're all connected, right?
Yeah,
The motherland.
very much
But
so.
all right, so I'll give you an opportunity to give your final thoughts.
It's gonna be a beautiful day. Art and soccer goes hand in hand. The game is an art. So we couldn't have picked a better combination than that. For me, like Kwame has said it all, we want our community to show up for our community. It's very important. Some of these artists need to know that we support their work and we support them genuinely. and you'll be blown away. There are some really creative people within our community, and they just need our support.
Awesome.
And Kwame and I think when we say goes beyond the game, we want to see this beyond just the World Cup. We want these artists to take the inspiration and go and be able to access certain spaces that usually it's very difficult for us to access, right? For them to be able to do their own solo shows in some of these spaces. So we are having bigger conversations just beyond just this event. That's why the name goes beyond the game. It's just it goes beyond what we're doing right now. And so come out, support, come play with us, and come experience some beautiful art from some beautiful and creative people.
All right. I love it. Well, thank you all so much for sharing that. And as I mentioned, we're going to end talking about the little thing that's coming on the World Cup, right? Just a little thing, right? So how excited are y'all about the upcoming World Cup?
I'm super excited. That you can't ask for anything better. 10 African countries plus our brothers and sisters from Haiti. It's going to be exciting. And at the same day, they're also doing some World Cup viewing behind City Hall. So MOAD, which represents all majority of the Africans that live in the city of Worcester and Worcester County, are the ones putting up the viewing. So they are going to have food trucks. So just the downtown area is just going to be all filled with Haitian flags and African stuff. I already have what I'm doing for Haiti in my head. So if you love Haiti, support Haiti, come out and just, after our whole exhibition, there's also the Haiti game, which is showing from 9 p.m. Until whenever it ends behind City Hall.
All right.
And then Brazil is also playing at 6 p.m. before that. Okay. So it's just a good day for people to come out.
Okay. All right. And my producers tell me I only have 2 minutes. So what are your thoughts on the World Cup? You have a minute.
World Cup is always exciting. I think that's one of the avenues where you see a collective of us. Whenever our unity is questioned as a continent, the World Cup becomes that avenue where we see a lot of unity amongst us, right? So it's mostly Team Africa, not just maybe Ghana or Morocco, So I'm very excited. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. 4 years we had to wait. So now it's here now. In 2 weeks, the game starts and everybody's excited. My kids are excited. It's a vibe, Let's do it.
Wonderful. I love it. It is a vibe. I'm so happy for you all. I'm so happy for the countries that are represented. I'm happy for Haiti and just all these incredible things. So thank you all for coming on the show and sharing what you're doing. Goals beyond the game. I think it's going to be an amazing event. Coincided. You couldn't have timed it better yourself. Coincided with the World Cup. I'm glad you called those people and coordinated it because it worked out in your favor. So thank you all so much for coming, for sharing. I appreciate you guys, and I can't wait for June 13th.
Yes, thank you so much, Suzanne. Thank
all
you
right,
so
thank
much.
you. And thank you all for tuning in for Black in Business on Unity 97.9 FM. I'm your fabulous host, Positively Suzanne.